Hello, students. I hope you all are doing great. So, finally, I'm live here. Let me know how you are doing. So, in today's class, we're going to discuss the paper as it's very clear from the title. We are going to discuss the KCET Maths today's paper analysis. And this session was already scheduled at 7:30. So, because of some technical things, technical reason, it got delayed. So, no worry, we'll discuss the paper now. So, without further delaying, let's get started. Yes, before starting, let me know right in the chat how was your paper? Awesome, great. Okay, all right. I hope it went really well. Okay, paper was moderate, it was doable. Only few questions are there. I must say that you find it little difficult. Otherwise, it's a very good paper, average paper, doable paper. You can easily score 45 plus. I mean, it's a least score. You must have to score 45. By the way, you can go 55 plus also. Okay, so it was really doable paper. Without further doing, let's get started. So first, I'll just start with the calculus part. First, I'll just start with the yes. Now I could see. Just allow me a minute, student. I'm just checking your comments here. I'm getting ready my setup for the class. Just a minute. Let me know, student, where I am audible or visible. Could you please hear me? What's the status? Okay. Fine. So let's get started now. Let me share my screen once again. I hope my screen is visible to you all. So already we are too late. Let's get started here. What we need to do. Let's do the question firstly from the calculus part. We'll cover the calculus first. So it is starting from all right. This is from till here vector, and from here I must say the calculus part. All right, okay. So let's get started the calculus part first. Don't mind the question sequence number, it might be different. Okay, so from here the last question is on the limit here, but that's all right. Let's begin with this. Okay, so this is one question from the topic derivative. Here this is very simple question, you have to just find the derivative of this. All right, so y is equal to cos x. Here y is equal to, let's find the dy by dx. So how can you find the dy by dx here? By what? U by v. You know that if the functions are in the form of u by v, then we just write the in denominator the square of the denominator, that is 1 by sine x ka whole square. All right, and here this is a first function and this one is the second function. So second function is it. Don't do anything with this function. Now the differentiation of cos x, we all know it's minus of sin x. So I have written this as a minus of sin x. Okay, then minus first function is it. Differentiation of second function is what? Cos x. Cos x, right? So this can be further written as what? Minus of sin x minus of sine square x minus of cos square x. This whole divided by 1 plus of sine x whole square. Now you know that if I just take common here, minus of 1, if I take minus 1 common here, it will become minus of, this whole thing will become what? Minus of 1. Because if I take minus common, sine square x plus of cos square x, that is nothing but it's 1. All right. So I could write this further as in minus of sine x plus of minus of 1 divided by 1 plus of sine x whole square. This 1 will get cancelled out. I'll just, the final thing we are getting is 1 plus of sine x. Now look at the option here. The one option, yes, minus of 1. A is the correct answer. By the way, students, it was given there in the options that which two are correct. Option A and B, A and C, A and D, and so on, whatever, only A, only B. So one is the correct. Now, what I can do here, I can just write this as in what? Minus of 1 divided by, correct? Minus of 1 divided by, now 1 plus sine x. 1 plus sine x, I can write this as in sine pi by 2 minus cos pi by 2 minus x. This can be written further as in cos pi by 2 minus x and minus 1 divided by 1 plus, what is the cos theta? 1 plus cos theta. You must be knowing the formula, right? What is the formula? Let me know, write in the chat. What is the formula? So formula is, what is the cos 2 theta? It's 2 cos square theta minus 1. All right. From here, 2 cos square theta is nothing but it's 1 plus of cos 2 theta. Cos 2 theta. So if I just consider this as in cos 2 theta, it will be what? 2 cos square, 2 cos square pi by 2 minus of x whole divided by 2. So it is nothing but minus 1 by 2 sec square pi by 4 minus of x by 2. I hope you all understood this. So the option C is correct. For this question, two answers are correct. Option A and C are the correct answer. Let's go ahead to the next question. Well-known fixed pattern. Every time CET asks question based on this, and this type of questions are there even in your NCERT also. So I should not consider this as a difficult. So moderate and doable, right? Come to check the differentiability. First we have to what? It is directly given, so no need to check that here. The function, this is differentiable at x is equal to 0, correct? If it is a differentiable at x is equal to 0, this function must be what? Continuous at x is equal to 0, right? So if it is already given as differentiable, so what we can find out? We can just find out the f dash x here, correct? It will be e to the power x plus a when x is less than 0, and it will be what? 2b into x minus of 1. And what is the differentiation of x? 1. No need to write that. When x is greater than equal to 0. Now we know that if this is differentiable, then at x is equal to 0, LHL is equal to left hand derivative, LHD is equal to RHD. Put 0 here. 1 plus of a is equal to minus of 2b. So a plus of 2b is equal to what? Minus of 1, is it? E to the power 0 is 1. Yes, 1 plus of a is equal to minus of 2b, because when I will put 0 here, perfect. So a plus of 2b, when I will bring this side, this will go this side. Let's assume this as an equation 1. Now come to the next. If I talk about the, if this function is differentiable, it must be the continuous. And if it is a continuous, then what is the condition for the continuity? LHL is equal to RHL is equal to f of x or f of a. If we are checking in the neighborhood of a, right? And here we have to check at a. So here limit x tends to 0, x tends to 0, okay, it will be what? E to the power x plus of ax. That is nothing but the 1. RHL, the function ka value. So what is the function ka value at f of 0? It is, for this we have to take this function to find the f of 0 here. Minus 1 square is what? 1. So it is coming as b. It is coming as what? B. So b is 1. If our b is 1, then a plus of 2 is minus 1. So from here, a is equal to what? Minus of 3. So a is equal to minus 3 and b is equal to 1. That is option 3 is the correct answer for this questions, right? Now, the next we have to check the continuity and differentiability, because in the option, all the things are given here. Continuous, differentiable at 0 but not continuous. This option to anyway discarded, because if it is a differentiable, how can it not be a continuous, right? So such kind of statement, you don't have to spend much time here. This is option elimination. You can just discard this. Okay, now we have to check whether it's continuous or not. The value is given as 0 at x is equal to 0. Cool. Let's check the this continuity first, correct? So e to the power x can be written as e to the power x by 2 into e to the power x by 2 minus 1 can be written as, this is also NCERT problem, e to the power minus of x by 2, correct? This whole thing is getting divided by e to the power, this is 1 by x picture, this is also 1 by x. All right, so wait, if it is a 1 by x, I need to confirm this question. It seems there is an error in that. Just allow me some time. Allow me some time to check whether this question is correct or not. I will just check into the source from where I got this question. Oh, well, meanwhile, you can just write in the chat whether this question is correct or not. That's perfect. Yes, this is the question here. It is 1 by x. Yeah, not only x, it's a 1 by x. Perfect. It's 1 by x, right? Yes. It's 1 by x. So definitely I should remove this. Alright, this can be written as e to the power 1 by x minus e to the power 1 by x into e to the power minus 1 by x whole divided by e to the power 1 by x plus e to the power 1 by x into e to the power minus 1 by x. What we can do here? We can take e to the power x common from up. It will be what? 1 minus e to the power minus 1 by x. And when I take the down, it will be what? E to the power 1 by x into 1 plus of e to the power minus 1 by x. All right. This will cancel out here and we'll get 1. We'll get 1. Because when I put 0 here, when I function, I'm just finding the function ka value at 0. When I will put 0 here, minus infinity. E to the power minus infinity will tends to 0. E to the power minus infinity will tends to 0. So this will become 1, correct? Here our limiting value is coming as f of 0 is coming as 1, but it is given as 0. So this function is not at all continuous. If it is not continuous, it won't be the differentiable at x is equal to 0. This is not correct. This is not correct. Correct. So not continuous at x is equal to 0. That is the option 2 is the correct answer here. Let's move to the next question. Here we have to find out what we have to find out here. Dy by dx. Very, very easy. Whenever two functions are given in parametric form, and we have to find the derivative with respect to derivative of one with respect to other, what we do in that case, we just write dy by dx as nothing but it's dy by dt whole divided by dx by dt. All right, dx by dt. So let's differentiate first the y. It is nothing but a 3a sine square t into differentiation of sine t is what? Cos t. This is whole divided by 3a cos square t into minus of sine t, because the differentiation of cos t is what? Minus of sine t. 3a cancel out. We can cancel out the cos t. We can cancel out the one cos. We can cancel out one sine. So what is left here? What is left here? It is sine t divided by cos t, that is minus of tan t. But we have to find out the value of what? At t is equal to minus of, at t is equal to 3 pi by 4. 3 pi by 4. This is already a negative value. The value of tan 3 pi by 4 is minus 1. So the final answer is what? Option 4, that is 1. 1 is the correct answer for this. All right. Meanwhile, let me check your comment. Cool. Participate in the class as much as possible, students. All right. So 1 is the correct answer for this. Now let's do the next question on differentiation. The question is we have to find out, let's assume we have to find the derivative of sine x with respect to the log x. So I just assumed u as in sine x and v as in log x, correct? What we have to find out? We have to find out du by dv. We'll do the same thing here. We first find out the du by dx and this whole divided by dv by dx. All right. So du by dx is nothing but it's cos x and 1 by x. Log x ka differentiation is 1 by x. It will become x cos x. Which option is correct here? Option 2 is the correct one. See how easy they are asking, right? These two questions are very, very easy. There's nothing in that. Even it's easier than the NCERT also. Okay. Again, I told you before that you have to, ignore the sequence part, because I have randomly taken the questions. 85 90% questions I have taken it. 10% question I couldn't find it properly. There was some error or something, so I couldn't take that. Let's come to the next. Now the function fx is equal to this. See, whenever you have to check whether the function is always increasing, always decreasing, there is a difference. Student, don't get confused. There is a difference that when the function is increasing or always increasing, decreasing or always decreasing, right? So here fx is equal to what? Tan x minus of x. Correct. Let's find out f dash x. This is a first derivative test we are performing here to check whether this function is increasing or not. Here it is secant square x minus of 1. That is nothing but the tan square x. And tan square x is always, because it's square, it will be always greater than 0. So here f dash x is always greater than 0. It means what? This is an increasing, always increases. Always increases. Now we have to find out the integration of this. Very easy again, partial fraction. Let's write this 1 by x plus of 1 into x plus of 2 is equal to what? A by x plus of 1 plus b by x plus of 2. Now the thing is, how can we find out a here? You can just do the long method also, but I have a trick here. For the trick, what we do here, put x is equal to minus 1. Put x is equal to minus 1 here. Okay, so when you are putting x is equal to minus 1 here to find the a, you don't have to consider this part. This whole part, you don't have to consider it. Okay, so we'll just ignore. Otherwise, the value will be 1 by 0, that is not defined. Not. infinity, right? So a will be 1 by minus 2 minus 1 plus of 2 is what? 1, that is 1. If I talk about the b, what is the value of b from here? Again for b, we just put the x is equal to minus 2, but ignore this part, right? So it will be 1 by minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1, that is minus of 1. So further it can be written as 1 by x plus of 1 minus 1 by x plus of 2. Alright, so I can further write this as an x plus of 1 minus 1 by x plus of 2 dx, right? We know the differentiation of integration of 1 by x is what? Ln x. So it will be ln or log to the base e mod of x plus of 1 minus ln of mod x plus of 2. Correct? We can further plus of c. We can further write this as an x plus of 1 by applying the log property x plus of 2 plus of c. So which option is the correct answer here? X plus fourth one. X plus, because there is no minus factor here. So likewise, you can discard this, you can discard this. Now we have to check among these two. So here, fourth option is the correct answer. Let's come to the next now. Let's come to the next now. Here we have to find out the integration. See, whenever the limit is given as minus a to a, correct, and a complex function f of x is given here, you don't have to go ahead and directly solve it. Either you check the King's theorem, right? King's property. Or else what you can do here, just find out whether the fx is your even function or odd function. You all know that if f of minus x is fx, it's an even function. And whenever you get this as a minus of fx, it is what? Odd function. Odd function. Or the integration of odd function from minus a to a is what? It is always 0. So let's check. Cos is an even function. We all know that. Sine is an odd function. Odd to the power odd is anyway it will become the odd. So given is a odd function. Or else you can just find out f of minus x also. If you don't have any fair idea whether the sine and cos are even and odd, then also you can just do this. F of x is this. F of minus x. So sine 5 minus x into cos 5 minus x. We know that the sine cos of minus x is cos x only. Cos x only. So it is cos 4x into, we know that the sine minus theta is minus sine theta, or minus to the power odd is minus sine 5x. So here we get minus of fx. It means that given function is odd, and whenever we are integrating an odd function from a minus a to a, answer is always 0. Answer is always 0. All right. Now the next thing is what? Integration here. Integration is x square, x4 plus of 1, 3 by 4. So here we can just assume this x4 plus 1 as in t and proceed this further. Okay, before doing this, what we can do here, we can just take x4 common from here. Okay, dx x square, take x4 common from here. So outside it will become 3 by 4. Inside it is 1 plus 1 by x4 dx. Okay, this is standard fixed pattern. We solve like this only. Now 4 cancel out x5. It is x5 into 1 plus of 1 by x4. Correct? Dx. Now what you can do here, students, you can just assume this as in t. When you will assume this as in t, let's see what happened. 1 plus x to the power minus 4. If I assume this as in t, it will be, differentiation will be what? Minus of 4 into x to the power minus of 5 dx is equal to dt. So dx by x to the power 5 will be what? Dt divided by minus 4. So I can write this further as a minus 1 by 4 dt. This whole thing will become minus 1 by 4 dt, and here it is t. So this is nothing but minus 1 by 4. Now, since t is there in the denominator, so since t is there in the denominator, correct, it will be what? This is 3 by 4, no? This one is 3 by 4. Correct? This one is 3 by 4. So t to the power 3 by 4. Now this is integration of t to the power minus 3 by 4. That is nothing but minus 3 by 4 plus 1 divided by minus 3 by 4 plus 1. So when you will solve this further, what you will get here, which option is the correct answer here? Option 4 is the correct answer here. Okay, for this option 4 is the correct answer. Okay, this was a little tricky, not easy, because you have to understand the pattern here. And this is a fixed pattern, but not that much easy. So I would like to just rate this as a 4 star. Correct? Okay, now you have to just find out the 0 to 1, 0 to 1. Dekho. Let's find out. Let's check. Whenever I told you, you have to check it whether it's even or odd, right? So fx is what? Fx is what? Log of 1 minus of x divided by x. Let's find out f of minus x. F of minus x is what? Minus of, sorry, not minus, it is 1 plus of x divided by minus of x. We are finding the minus of x, correct? So it can be further written as what? Log of minus 1 by x minus of 1. Minus of 1. Okay, this can be further written as what? Just wait a minute. So we are unable to come to the conclusion that how f of x and f of minus x are related here. It's better. Let's go by the another way. Okay. Let's solve this by another way here. So what we can do, just apply the King's property. First, you can write this further as in 1 minus x by x. Now, if I apply the King's property here, let's assume this as an equation 1. If I apply the King's property here, our I will become what? What is the King's property? Log of, wherever x is there, you replace this as 0 plus 1 minus x, that is minus of x divided by 0 plus 1, that is 1 minus of x. This cancel out. We can write this further as in 0, 1 log x by 1 minus of x. Correct? So if you just could see here, this is nothing but okay. So what I can do here, I can just add these two. 2i is what? 0 to 1 log of capital X plus, this is nothing but the 1 by x, log 1 by x. Let's apply the property of log. Log m plus n is what? Log mn. That will become log 1, and we know that the log 1 is 0. So a big laddu is the answer. I hope you all understood the laddu. And comment here in the comment box that what exactly we call laddu in Kannada. Okay, what do you call laddu? In Kannada. Okay, the area bounded by the curve this from the line x is equal to 0 to x is equal to 3 pi. Dekho. Y is equal to sine x by 3. Sine x by 3. Correct? Your x is from 0 to 3 pi. So whenever you get such kind of question, you don't blindly start with finding the area from the entire thing. Just try to imagine. Here I could see, since x is given from 0 to 3 pi, it will be your x by 3 will be, when I divide both sides by 3, it will be x by 3 is nothing but it is 0 to pi. 0 to pi. So we don't have to go beyond that and multiplying 3 and all. I know that we have to find the area of this thing only. Correct? So I can just directly write the area as in what? Area as in what? Sine x by 3, sine x by 3 dx from 0 to 3 pi. From 0 to 3 pi. Now we know that the sine ka integration is what? Minus cos x by 3 divided by 1 by 3. 3 will go up. Limit is 0 to 3 pi. 0 to 3 pi. So here it will be minus 3 into cos pi is minus 1 minus cos 0 is 1. So it is nothing but the 6. 6 square unit is the answer for this. You can do another method also. Here only you can assume this as in t, and accordingly you can just change the limit as for the t and proceed this further. Now, you have to find out the area between the curve. We know that the x square is equal to y is what? A parabola. It's open upward parabola. This is the open upward parabola, right? And y is equal to 16. Suppose this line. You have to find out this area. This area. We know that if the vertex of the parabola is at origin, so from the y-axis it's a symmetric. So we don't have to find out the this area from here to here, from here to even though if you find out from here to here and just multiply by 2, you will get the entire area. Correct? You have to find out this area, shaded area, right? Let's find out the area of this. Definitely, yes. Yes, you are correct, right? So there are two ways. If you are taking a limit of x from 0 to, this is what? 0 to 4. Because when you will solve x square is equal to, I'm just finding out this point and this point, right? How to find out the meeting or intersection point of two graphs? How do we do this? Simply this is equal to this. So if I take y as in 16, it will be x plus minus 4. So this is plus 4, 0, coordinate this, and this one is minus 4 and 0. Correct? Instead of taking both, what I'm doing here, area is nothing but it's twice of 0 to 4. If I'm taking the limit of this, see, wherever we are just going from left to right, we have to take the upper graph minus of lower graph. Which one is the bigger graph? The greater graph. That is y is equal to 16 minus of, next is what? X square. X square, right? Now we can just further integrate this 16x minus of x cube by 3. This is from 0 to 4. Okay. So you can just further write this as a, I am just writing it here now. It can be further written as 64 minus uh, 64 divided by 3. 0 anyway, it will be minus 0. No need to write that because at both the places it is. So if I take 64 common here, it is 1 minus 1 by 3. That is 64 to the 64 to the is 128 into 2 by 3. That is 256 by 3. 250. Yes, it is there in the option. Option 2 is the correct answer for this. All right. Now let's come to the question number 58. General solution of the differential equation dy by dx plus y tan x is equal to sec x, right? It's very clearly, it's a linear differential equation, and we all know how to solve the linear differential equation by the integrating factor method. So first find the integrating factor here. It will be what? Integration of tan x dx, because y into what? Px is equal to qx. So e to the power ln mod of sec x. So it will be what? Sec x. Okay, sec x. Now what is the solution? Y into integrating factor, that is the sec x, is equal to integration of what? Qx sec x into sec x, sec square x. That is nothing but the tan x plus of c. So which option is correct? Y sec x is equal to tan x plus of c. The first option is correct for this. First option is correct for this. Okay, very easy again. These two questions are very easy and doable. So see, we always find these questions. I mean, calculus is a difficult topic here in KCET for any exam. And here you could see the level of that. So if you have done a great preparation throughout the year, definitely you will at least 80% questions are doable. Correct? 80%. We'll go in the reverse order now. One more question is left on the limit. Here I could see if I put the value of 1 as in 1 minus 1 divided by 1 minus 1, that is 0 by 0 form. So use the L'Hopital rule here. What L'Hopital rules say? If it is 0 by 0 or infinity by infinity form, we differentiate this thing. So it is 1 by 2 root x minus 0. And here it is 4x cube minus of 4x cube minus of 1 by 2 root x. 1 by 2 root x. Correct? So what you can do here, further you can take 4x cube minus 1 by, now it's not 0, it's not, the denominator is what, when I will put 1, I'll get 1 by 2, right? I'll get 1 by 2. So I can just write this as in 2 root x, 4x cube minus 1 by 2 root x, right? So here I can just write this as an 8 root x into x cube minus 1, because this term and this term will be entirely cancel out. So I can just write this further as an 8 1 1, 8 minus 1, that is 7. So 7 is the answer for this very easy problem. Once again, let's come to the this conic section. This problem is on ellipse. It's not directly given as it is an ellipse standard equation, but once you write in the standard form, it will be what, x square divided by 12 plus y square divided by 4 is equal to 0. See here, a square is 12, and that is a is what, 2 root 3, and b is what, 2. B is what, 2. So a greater than b, it's a horizontal ellipse. We have to find out the LR. What is the length of LR? Length of LR is what? It's 2b square by a. 2b square by a. So b square is how much? 4. 4. So 4 into 2 is 8. 8 divided by 2 root 3, that is 4 by root 3. 4 by root 3 is answer for this. See, the equation of a line passing through this and perpendicular to this. So the required line is perpendicular to this. And we know that when two lines are perpendicular, the condition is, if I talk about their ratio, okay, so ratio will be what? Relation between the ratio are a1, a2 plus b1, b2 plus cosine this c1, C2 is equal to 0. This is the condition here, right? So now just check all the options and where you find that the sum is 0. First option is 6 plus of 12 plus of 6. No, this is not coming as. Here it is minus of 6 plus of 12 minus of 6. Yes, it is coming 0 here. Let's check the option 3. Again, option 3 won't be the correct answer. 6 plus 12 minus of 6. No. 6 minus of 12 minus of 6. No. So here we are getting 0. Option 2 is the correct answer for this. Okay. Lot number of questions are given here on the permutation. This question is based on the permutation and combination. So let's do this question. The number of 4-digit even number that can be formed using the digits 0, 1, 2, 3. So condition is given here, the numbers should be the even number. And we know that even number always ended with the even terms, like 0, it will from here, two terms are there, 0 and 1. So let's assume the case 1 as in what? The number is ending with 0. 4 box, correct? 0. So this box has already occupied. See, students, in such kind of question, whenever you have to find out the total number of, whenever we have to find out the total number of what, total number of numbers formed, 3 4 digit numbers formed, the total number of words that can be formed by using the letter and all, we always start from the left side until and unless there is some condition given. What is the condition given here? Numbers would be an even number. So here two even digits are there, 0 and 2. So first, either the number can be ended with a 0 or 2. So we always start from the right side. Now this place has already been occupied. For this, how many options are left? 3 options are left, because we have to form a 4-digit number. For this, 2 options are left. For this, 1 options are left, right? So how many total possible are? 3 into 2, 6 numbers are there ending with 0. Now let's assume the case 2 where it is ending with what? 2. It is ending with what? 2. Correct. We know that if this place has already occupied, 0 can't be here. If I just take 0 here, it will become a 3-digit number, not a 4-digit number. 0, 1, 2, 3. This is not a 4-digit number, it's a 3-digit number, right? So 0 won't be come here, correct? What can we do here? 0, we can't put 0 here. So it's what? We can just write what? How many options are there for this place? 2. How many options are there for this Here we can include the 0. So two options are there. And here it is 1. Correct? So total number are 4. 4 plus 10. 6. 4 plus 6 is what? 10. Total number are what? 10 here. Okay. Now, this question, linear inequalities. Let's solve this. 3x is less than 17 minus 8 is 9, x is less than 3. Correct? Now the second one is 2x plus of 8 is greater than equal to 12. So it is 2x is greater than equal to 4, x is greater than equal to 2. Yes, this is correct. This statement is correct. Statement 1 is correct. Now come to the statement 2. The common set. Let's draw this because the same inequality is given. We don't have to just solve this again and again. Alright. The first is x is less than 3. This is what? Less than 3. 3 is not included. Just put a big hole there. 3 is not included. Now the second is what? Greater than 2. But 2 is included in the answer because there is an equality symbol here, right? So we can take this value. Now we know that the common set is what? Common set is what? The common part of both the graph. So here on the number line, this is the common solution. Write the solution here, 2 and 3. 2 is included, but here it is given as an open. So this is wrong. Statement 1 is true, but the statement 2 is false. First option is the correct option. Okay. Let's come to the next question now. A is a square matrix such that A square is an A. A square is an A. We have to find out 1 minus I cube. So here, either you expand by the binomial or else you can directly write the formula. What is A minus B ka whole cube? I cube, A cube minus of B cube minus of 3A square B plus of 3B A square. Okay. A cube minus of B cube plus of 3A square B plus of minus of 3A square B plus of 3AB square, right? Now IQ is I only. No matter how many times we are just finding the identity matrix, the higher power is always equal to I to the power n is equal to I. Now AQ can be written as A into A square minus of 3A minus of A square is A. So this is 3A. It will become 0. I is equal to I minus A square can be written as again A, that is A square again A, right? So I minus of A is the answer for this. Answer for this. Which of the following statement is not correct? We have to identify the false statement. Row matrix has only one row. That's correct. Diagonal matrix has all diagonal elements equal to 0. Is it true? Is it true? Okay, I'm just leaving this option. Come to the next. A symmetric matrix A is a square matrix. Yes, symmetric matrix must be a square matrix where A transpose is equal to A. Perfect. Matrix are known as a symmetric matrix if A transpose is A, and if it is A transpose is minus A, it is what? Skew symmetric. And all the diagonal elements of skew symmetric are 0. So this is also correct, this is also correct, this is also correct, this is not correct. So we have to identify the not, so option 2 is the correct answer. It's not necessary how it always be there that the diagonal element can be 0. No, it's not mandatory, right? Depends on the case to case. So this is the wrong option. Now come here. A is equal to what? 1, 1, 1, 1. Whenever such kind of question is given, student, what you have to do? You just try to observe the pattern because 6 time multiplying won't help you. It's better you always just observe the pattern here. So A square is what? A, this is not 0, it's 1. Don't do such blunder. All right. So 1, 1, 1, 1 into 1, 1, 1, 1. It will be nothing but 2 into 1, 1, 1, 1. Because just add this, it will be 2. Every element will become 2, right? Now let's find out the AQ. AQ will be 4, 4, 2 into 2, 4, and again, no, we are just finding the A4 here. A4 will be what? It will be 4, 2 into 2, 4, and again 2, 8 into 1, 1, 1, 1. I could see here, if it is power 2, it is 2 to the power 1. If it is power 4, it is 2 to the power 3. 2 to the power 4 minus of 1, A. This is 2 to the power 2 minus of 1, A. So now if I just find out the A6, power will be what? 2 to the power 6 minus 1, 5. And again A, matrix A, right? But all the elements are same here, no matter. You are finding the A transpose. This means what transpose? A transpose is A. A transpose is A. So you can write this as in 2 to the power 5 A transpose, because A transpose A both are equal. So here K is what? K is what? 2 to the power 6, 2 to the power 5, that is 32. 32. Yes, first option is the correct answer for this. Let's come to the next question. A square matrix of the order 3 cross 3. Okay, and this is given as 3. You have to find out the determinant of, okay, determinant of 3 A inverse. We know that this order is 3 cross 3. We know that if any constant is there inside the determinant, we write this as a power minus 1, correct? So 3 to the power 3 into 1 by determinant of A. Determinant of A inverse is what? Determinant of what? Matrix A. 1 by that determinant of matrix A. 3q, it is given as 1 by 3. So it's 3 square, that is 9. Option 4 is the correct answer. All right. Now, be a adjoint of a matrix A. B, this is an adjoint of a matrix A, and mod of A is 2, then what is the value? So I can write B is in what? Adjoint of A. Now let's find the determinant both the side. We know that the determinant of adjoint of any matrix is what? Determinant of A to the power order minus of 1. So here order is 2 cross 2. Order is 2 cross 2. It is 2 minus 1, that is 1. So determinant of B is nothing but it's what? Determinant of A to the power 1, that is 2 only. But what will be the determinant here? It is A minus of 3 is 2. From here A is equal to 5. Option 2 is the correct answer for this. Let's come to the next now. This question, we know that A dot B determinant square A cross B का determinant का square is equal to determinant of A square into determinant of B square. So here A is 10, so A square will be what? 100, or B is 2, it's 400, and this is what? 12 square is 144. 144. So A cross B will be what? A cross B will be what? The square is what? 400 minus 144 is 256, and the square root of 256 is what? 16. Option 4 is the correct answer for this. Let's come to the next now. Either A is 0, B is 0, then A dot B is equal to 0. Yes, definitely. A dot B is what? It's AB. It's A, B, what? Cos theta. So even though theta is not such that the value, if any of thing is 0, then definitely it will become 0. So statement 1 is true. Now A cross B is 0. A cross B is 0. It means what? A cross B is what? A cross B is what? A, B, sine theta. Sine theta. Correct? A, B, sine theta. So A is perpendicular to B. If A is perpendicular to B, it means theta is 90 degree. And in that case, sine 90 is what? 1. So we will get A, B. Will not get 0 here. So this is not a correct statement. The correct statement is what? Statement 1 is true, but the statement 1 is, both the statement are false. No. Both statement are 1 and 2 are true. No. Statement 1 is false, but statement 2 is true. No. Student, statement 1 is there any discrepancy in the data? Just let me check. It happens sometime. See, there is a misprint here. It should be what? True. Instead of false, just make it true. Statement correct. So statement 1 is true and statement 2 is false. You have to do a little bit correction here. Little bit of correct misprint is there. If a line makes 90, 60 and theta with x, y, z axis, then theta is acute, the value of theta. Okay. Cosine ratio. What is the cosine ratio? Correlation. This is 1. This is cos square theta 1. that is cos square 90 degree plus cos square 60 degree plus cos square theta. That is equal to what? 1. Cos square 90 degree is 0 plus cos square 60 is 1 by 4 plus of cos square theta, that is equal to 1. So cos square theta is equal to 1 minus 1 by 4, 3 by 4. We have to find out theta is acute, it's given, so it will be positive. We have to take the positive value, root 3 by 2. So cos theta is root 3 by 2, it means theta is pi by 6. Which option is the correct? Option 1 is the correct answer. All right, we have covered almost half of the class. So let me know, student, write in the chat. Do you like the class? How do you rate this class? How it is going? Are you able to understand? Yes, definitely, definitely, definitely. So half of the class we have finished. Now let's go to the next set of questions here. Very amazing questions are lined up. Okay, come to the question number 12 here. Two ways are there. Two ways are there. The first is, if you want to assume this as an x and y, likewise also you can do. So we know that this x square theta is 1 plus tan square theta. We can write this as an 1 plus of tan square tan inverse 2, tan inverse 2 plus 1 plus cot square cot inverse 2, because cosec square theta is 3. It can be written as further 2 plus 2 plus, देखो, tan square tan inverse, we can write this as an tan of tan inverse 2 square plus cot of cot inverse 3 ka square. It's in its domain, tan inverse x, it takes all the real values, and if it takes all the real values, then we can say that 2 plus 2 square plus of 3 square. Same here with the cot also. So 9 plus of 4, 9 plus of 6, 15. 15 is the correct answer here. Okay, 9 plus 4, 13 to 15. Now this question, I'll just come to this question later. Let's go to the next. In a LLP, the objective function is always linear. Objective function is, it will take time. That's the reason I just told that. I'll just take this question later. LLP, the objective function is always linear. Yes, it's always linear. In LLP, the linear inequality on variables are called constraints or the condition. So standard word is constraint. So both the statement are true. Statement 1 is true. Statement 2 is true. Option 1 is the correct answer here. This is the objective function. We have to find the maximum value of this, and constraints are given, these constraints of the condition, correct? Whenever it is given there that the x and y both are greater than 0, in that case we have to consider the first quadrant, as you all know this. Now let's draw this x plus y 40. So when you take x as in 0, y will be 40. When you take, suppose this point is 40 0, and this point is 0 40. Now 0 40, if you have any confusion, which part we should consider, which part we should shade here, right? Don't be get confused. In this put 0 0, in this put 0 0, that is the origin. Satisfy the origin here. 0 plus 0 is 0. This is coming as 0 is less than equal to 40. If 0 is less than equal to 40, yes, that's true, 0 is less than 40, right? So this part will be included. This is your considerable part. Okay, now come to the next. If I talk about the next here, x plus 2y is less than equal to 40, 60. So take x, y as in 0. When you will take y as in 0, x is what? 60. 60 will be here somewhere, correct? That point is 60 and 0. Now take x as in 0, y will be 30. This point is 0 30, 0 and 30, correct? Just join these 2 points. Ignore the drawing part. I'm not so great in drawing. Oh no, why it is happening again and again? Any suggestion? Let me know right in the chat why it is happening again and again. right. Not highlighted. I have to select the. You must be wondering, ma'am is struggling with the drawing part here. Here we are. This time, Pakka, I'll not mess up. Yes, we achieved 60, all right. This point is 60, and this point is 030. Now we have to check whether 00. Let's satisfy the 00 here. Yes, 00 is included. It means we have to consider this point. Now we have to take the overlapping of these two constraints. So what are the overlapping? Here it is the overlapping. This part. This part. So this is 040. This point will be 2020. When you will solve this x plus 2y, when you will subtract from y from here, it will be y is equal to 20. So when you put y as in 20 here, x is also 20. So this point, when you will solve, I'm just leaving this for you, 2020. Now, whenever your overlapping portion is a closed curve, it's a closed curve. The case will be different for the open curve. Here it's a bounded. We call this as a bounded. So here the overlapping portion is what? It's bounded. Whenever the overlapping portion is bounded, you have to find out the maximum and minimum value. In that case, you just have to take the corner points. This is known as the corner points method. What are the corner points? 0, 0, 40, 0, 20, 20. We don't have to consider this, just be very mindful, okay? And 0, 30. So let's find out at 0, 0. Z will be what? Z is what? 3x plus of 4y. So at 0, 0, this Z is 0. At 30, Z is 120. At 40, Z is this is 0 plus 30 into 4, 120. Here, Z is 40 into 30, 120 and 120. This is 120. At 2020, it will be 60 plus 80, 140. 140. So what is the maximum value here? 140 is the maximum value here. 140 is the maximum value here, right? So option 3 is the correct answer. Now let's come. So whenever it's bounded with the closed, you have to just apply the corner point method. E and F are the two independent events. Events are what? Independent events. Then yes, that's correct. Complement of E and F, both the events are independent. That's true. Two mutually exclusive events with non-zero probability of occurrence cannot be independent. Cannot be independent. This is false, no? This is false statement. So here correct answer is what? Statement 1 is true and then statement 2 is false. Statement 1 is correct and statement 2 is false. No, wait. They are saying that two mutually exclusive events with a non-zero. Okay. Mutually exclusive is what? Intersection B, 0, we know that it's 0, right? Non-zero probability of occurrence cannot be independent. It cannot be independent. Yes, it cannot be independent, right? Yeah, sorry student, my bad. So option, both the statements are true. Option 3 is the correct answer. Okay, A and B are the two mutually exclusive events, non-mutually exclusive. It means A intersection B is not equal to 0. And P of A by B is equal to P of B. We know that the formula P of occurrence of probability of happening of A when B has already happened, it is P of A intersection B divided by P of B. And here it will become A intersection B divided by P of A. Divided by P of A. All right. So here this cancel out. P of A is equal to P of B. A and B are the two independent events such that A is a subset of B. All right. Let's assume A as in 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And B is a bigger. Let's take this as in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. P and B is not equal to 0. Which of the following is correct? Which of the following is correct? Okay. So conditional probability of it will be P of what is the intersection here? A intersection B. It is definitely A because A is a subset. All elements of A is here. So it's A. We can write probability of A divided by probability of B. Correct? Which of the following is correct? This is not correct. One is not correct. Now come to the last. PA is equal to PB. How PA could be equal to PB? It's clear. It's not a super. It's not a. I mean, PA is equal to definitely not. It's a subset, right? Now check in this and this. P of A by B. We already know that it's P of A by P of B. Correct. And P of A. P of A. Right. So probability of P of A by B is nothing but P of A by P of B. Correct. Let's assume this example only. It is what is the P of A? What is the P of A here? P of A. How many elements are there in the P? A, sorry, A. How many elements are there in the A? It is 3. How many are there in the 6? How many there in the B? 6. So if I just take 3 by 6 here, 3 by 6 is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is less than, okay? So 1 by 2 is, and P of A. P of A is what? P of A is what? 1 by 3. So the correct answer here is definitely A by B is greater than P of A. It's greater than P of A. All right. P of A. It won't be less than. It will be greater than. Probability of happening of A divided by probability of happening of B. That's what P of A B. P of A B. That is greater than P of A. That is greater than P of A. Correct. Okay. Let's come to the next now. Mira visit only one of the two temples A and B in her locality. Two temples are there. One temple is here, one temple is here. A and B are the two temples. Mira visited any of the temples. Probability that she visited the temple A is 2 by 5. So probability of visiting the temple B will be 1 minus 2 by 5, that is 3 by 5. Now, 1 by 3 is the probability that she meets her friend. Like Mira is meeting with her friends through A. Through A is 1 by 3, and Mira she meets her friend through B is 2 by 7. 2 by 7. It means that C is just visiting the temple randomly. The probability of 2 by 5 and 3 by 5. If suppose C, so probability of meeting her friends at the temple A is 1 by 3 and at the temple B is 2 by 7. If she visits temple B, okay, Mira meet her friend at one of the two temples. The probability that she meets the temple, she meets her at the temple B. Okay, it means the same ways. Like, suppose this is your house and school. Three ways are there, correct? So probability of it's based on the Bayes theorem. So Bayes theorem condition is even given that she meets her at the temple B. So probability of B divided by total probability. So first of all, selecting of or probability of visiting the temple B is 3 by 5 and 2 by 7 divided by 3 by 5 into 2 by 7 plus 2 by 5 into 1 by 3. That is what the Bayes theorem. Okay. Everywhere 5 can be cancelled out. 6 by 7 whole divided by 6 by 7 plus 2 by 3. When you will solve this, you will get 6 by 7 and here it is 21, 18 plus 3 sevens are 14. So 6 by 7 into 21 by 32. 32 is it? So 3 and then 16. 9 by 16 is the answer for this. Z1 and Z2 are the two non-zero complex number. Then which of the following is not true? Students, just be very careful. This bar we call this as an correct complement of the this complex number, right? So uh, the two complex number The property of this is if Z1 plus Z2 whole bar, it can be break along the plus, minus, division, multiplication, all. So this is also correct. This is also correct. Now, modulus, if I talk, it breaks along only the, if it is Z1, Z2, then only you can write Z1 is equal to Z2. And whenever it is Z1 plus Z2, then only you can write this as a mod Z1 divided by mod Z2. Mod Z2. This is multiplication, right? So likewise, this option is correct. This option is, all three are correct. Here it's not always true. It's not always true. This is not a property here. So option 4 is the not true. Correct. Let's come to the first few questions. Here, a random experiment has 5 outcomes. W1, W2, W3, W4 and W5. Probability is of occurrence of the outcome W1, W2, W3, W4 and W5 are respectively this. And one more relation between A and B is given here. We have to find out the occurrence of probability of W3. देखो 12A plus of 12B is equal to what? 1. Correct? 1. Let's assume this as an equation 1. Now we know that if suppose 5, we are performing experiments and 5 outcomes are there. So probability of sum of all the outcomes is what? Always 1. Probability of sum of all the outcomes is what? Always 1. Correct? So this will be 1. Now take the LCM as in 12. It will be 2 plus of 12A plus of 12B plus of 1 is equal to 1. Now do the cross multiplication here. 3 plus 12A 12B is 1 is equal to what? Wait, student. Oh my God, W3 is also there. W3 is also there, right? How can we forget the W3? So I'm just writing the W3 here only. Rest 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Now uh, W3 plus 3 plus 1 is equal to 12. What is this 1? 1 is the value of 12A plus 12B from the equation 1. So W3 plus of, oh, when you will take LCM, it will become the 12W3. 12W3 is what? 12W3 is what? It is given equal to, wait a minute, students. 12W3 plus this is what? 4 is equal to 12. So 12W3 is equal to 8. W3 is equal to 2 by 3. Option first. Option first. Come to the next question here. Again, very, very important question of kind of calculus you could see. Because both function, you should say function question. F is from 0 pi by 2 to R. This is domain and R is range. Correct. Again, for the G, this is domain range. Fx is sin x. Let's draw the sin x from 0 to pi by 2. It is this. This. From 0 to pi by 2. Is this 1, 1? Yes, definitely it is 1, 1. Now come to the, it is this. 0 to pi by 2. Cos x, x pi by 2. 0 to pi by 2. So this one is also what? This one is also what? 1, 1. How to check the 1, 1? You draw a line parallel to the x-axis, it will cut the graph at a single point. It will cut the graph as a single point. This is a short trick to check whether the function is 1, 1 or not. Draw the graph. If I talk about its entire domain, if some 0 to pi, it cuts at 2 points. This is not 1, 1. But from 0 to pi, it is cutting at only 1 point. The line parallel to the x-axis cutting the point, cutting the graph at 1 point. So we can say that this is also 1, 1. This is also 1, 1. So statement f and g are the 1, 1. That is true. Now come to the f plus of g. Sin x plus of cos x. Sin x plus of cos x. Is this a 1, 1 function? No, this is not a 1, 1 function. This is not a 1, 1 function, right? So statement 1 is true, but statement 2 is false. Statement 2 is false. That is the question number 11. Let's come to the next question. Here, question number 6 again, very, very easy. It's a NCRT question, I guess. Very, very easy. Cos x is what? 1 minus of cos square x, that is sin square x. Sin square x. Okay. So from here, we can write this as in sin square x plus sin square x ka whole square, that is cos square x. And the sum is what? 1. So 1 is the correct answer. Mean deviation. I'm not going to solve this. You can just find the mean first by adding all divided by the number, that is 8. You will get the mean here. And once you get mean deviation is what? Xi minus x bar ka mod ka sum divided by 8. This is what? Mean deviation. Okay. Formula I have provided. Adding and dividing the numbers, you all know this. Okay. Come to A now. A is what? X is an integer. So let's solve this. X square minus of 9 is equal to 0. X is equal to plus minus of 3. So A can be what? Either minus 3 or plus 3. Come to the B. B is a natural number between 2 to 5 where 2 is included. 2, 3, 4. 5 is not included. What about the C? A prime number less than equal to 4, 2 and 3. 4 is not a prime number. 4 is not a prime number. Now what we have to find out here? We have to find out B minus of C. What is the B minus of C? Discard from B, only 4 is left. And if you find out B minus of C ka union with A, all the members of A will be there including the 4. So option A is the correct. Minus 3, 3 and 4. A and B are the two sets having 3 and 6 elements respectively. Consider the following statements. So minimum number of elements in AUB. Come to the maximum number of elements in it should be A intersection B, student. A intersection B. We know that A intersection B is what? It is A intersection B, right? It is given as 3. Maximum number of elements. See, the maximum number of elements in this will be 3 when this is B and A is completely occupied. A is completely occupied. This will be the case when A is a subset of B. In that case, A is completely occupied and the maximum number of elements in A intersection B is 3. Now, maximum number of elements in A union B. We know that probability of or the number of elements in A union B, it is nothing but number of elements in A plus of number of elements in B minus of number of elements in A and B. So we have to find out the minimum. So this value will be minimum when we are subtracting the maximum thing. And maximum thing is what? 3. So it is 3 plus 6, 9. 9 minus 3 is 6. This is wrong. Statement 1 is wrong. Statement 2 is true. Statement 1 is false, but the statement 2 is true. Correct? The last question here is, this is the last question. Last question here is 1 by, we have to find out the domain. So whenever such kind of linear function factors are given, such kind of function is given, what we have to find it, we know that the denominator can't be 0. If the denominator is 0, it will become not defined. Okay. So x is not equal to 2 and 5. X is not equal to 2 and 5. Now we know that whatever is there in the square root, that will be always greater than equal to. But we don't have to take the equal to here since it is in denominator. So it will be greater than 0. Now draw the number line. It's 2 and 5. Now any number check 5 greater than, it will be plus, minus, plus. Now we have to take the positive thing since we are taking the greater value. Since we are taking the greater value. So this one and this one. This part and this part. So minus infinity to 2 and 5 to infinity. No, this is not correct. Don't confuse between this and this option since these two are the answer. Because here we don't have to include 2 and 5. 2 and 5 can't be the part of answer. So option 2 is the correct answer. All right, students. So that's all. I hope you all enjoyed the class, right? We have covered almost most of the question. Few questions here and there that I couldn't get it or I couldn't just, solve that, because either the data is incorrect or some confusion there in that regarding to the whether the statement is correct or not. So I hope you like the videos, and if you like that, share that with your friends. Comment below your feedback. It's always, suggestion is always welcome, right? So I hope your paper, it went really well. All right, so see you very soon. I'm just planning to come up with an BitSat series, because a lot of students are there, who are going to appear for the BitSat exam. So I'm just planning to launch the BitSat series very soon. Stay connected, share with your friends, do like the session, subscribe the channel, and then share with your friends. All right. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for your time.